Hello and welcome to today's presentation on the NuWave GitHub repository of product samples and demos for use with our Lightwave product set. My name is Andrew Price. With NuWave's Lightwave product set, it's possible to do just about anything with REST services and NonStop applications. So we've put together a number of different demo applications that are completely free and available for you to download and use in your environment, either to see how Lightwave works in a hands-on fashion or even to start your own implementation. Today's session is intended to give an overview of the demos that are available. If you've got any questions on these demos or would like to see something else added to the collection, please do get in touch with us. You'll find all the demos summarized on the product samples page on the main NuWave GitHub page, github.com/NuWaveTech, which you can see on the screen now. We'll click into the product samples, and this is the complete list. So firstly, let's take a look at the Lightwave client demo applications. Lightwave client allows NonStop applications to consume and interact with remote REST services, regardless of the platform that those services are being hosted on. You can see the list of Lightwave client demos on the screen now. The first Lightwave client demo is the AWS Security Token Service. This demo shows how to assume an AWS Identity and Access Management, or IAM, role using the AWS Security Token Service, or STS. A NonStop application may wish to use Lightwave Client with the AWS STS in the situations listed on the screen. The NonStop application may need to access files in an AWS Simple Storage Service, or S3 bucket, and the S3 bucket uses IAM roles to control access. In this situation, the NonStop application must be able to assume an IAM role and use the temporary STS credentials to access the S3 bucket. The sample project includes everything needed to build the sample NonStop application and configure Lightwave Client to access the AWS STS. The screen capture shown on the screen now shows how the application runs from a tackle prompt. The next sample application is the AWS Simple Notification Service, or SNS. This project shows how you can use the AWS SNS to send an SMS text message from the NonStop. Here it is here. The demo sample includes everything to build the demo application and configure Lightwave Client to send text messages to a specified mobile phone anywhere in the world. A screen capture from a user sending a text message is shown here. You can see the application being run without any runtime parameters, which invokes the application's help function. The second execution shows a text message being sent. The next demo shows how you can use Lightwave Client with the Google geocoding API to work with addresses. You can convert an address to a latitude and longitude to then place markers on a map or to position the map. And you can also get complete address information by supplying partial information to the API. Once again, the sample package includes everything required to build the NonStop sample application and the Lightwave Client configuration. Sample output, once again, is shown on the screen towards the bottom. So here you can see the application being run with an address being provided and the latitude and longitude coming back along with the formatted address data. The next demo is useful if you need to work with OAuth 2.0 access tokens provided by the Okta Identity Service. The sample application is a C program that retrieves a new token, validates it, then revokes it. A NonStop application might use Lightwave Client to access the Okta Identity Service where a web service is secured using OAuth 2.0 access tokens. Once again, the demo includes everything needed to build the demo application and configure Lightwave Client to access the Okta Identity Service, as you can see here. The next Lightwave Client demo shows how REST services can be used in financial applications. The sample project shows how to access real-time foreign exchange rates provided by the Open Exchange Rate REST API. The sample application is a C program that retrieves current exchange rates for the US dollars. Everything needed to build the demo C program and the Lightwave client configuration is included. The C code could easily be modified to retrieve exchange rates for other currencies or even multiple currencies if required. And here you can see the output that's provided when the sample application is run. The final Lightwave client demo shows how you might use Lightwave client to allow a NonStop application to work with RabbitMQ. The sample application allows you to place or retrieve text items on a RabbitMQ queue and could be used as a reference for other NonStop applications needing to use RabbitMQ. As with all of the other Lightwave client demos, everything you need to build the demo and configure Lightwave client to run the sample app is included, as you can see here. And the screen capture at the bottom of the sample shows exactly how it works. So once again, if you run the application without any parameters, you get some usage information or help information. And here you can see an example of something being published to a queue and something being got from a queue. Okay, now let's take a look at the Lightwave Server demo applications. As a reminder, Lightwave Server allows you to turn any NonStop application into a REST service without modifying that application. The Lightwave Server demos available on GitHub usually contain the Lightwave Server configuration file, a backend pathway demo server, and in some cases the client code necessary to access the REST services provided by the demo. The first Lightwave Server sample is the employee CRUD demo. CRUD stands for Create, Read, Update, and Delete, which are the database functions that this demo implements. The demo consists of a number of components: a simple HTML client, an Alexa client, the service itself, and a server. The HTML client is self-explanatory and can be seen here. If you click on that, run the client. The service consists of the API and an access control policy, both implemented by Lightwave Server. And the server is a standard pathway server that provides the create, read, update, delete functions against a simple nscribe database. The Alexa client is implemented as a Lambda function and allows voice commands to be issued against the REST service. This demo is a great first step for any Lightwave server implementation, as it shows very simply how a very common type of pathway server can be turned into a REST service and accessed from a variety of client types. Source codes for all of the components are included in the GitHub repository, as you can see here. The second Lightwave server demo is the Lightwave NonStop Explorer. This is an implementation of a simple NonStop administration console. A custom pathway server retrieves the relevant system information and, via Lightwave Server, makes that information available via a REST service. The REST API is consumed by a client app developed using AngularJS. The client app can be seen here. And that's the NonStop Explorer. Finally, we have a couple of demos that show how Lightwave Server and Lightwave Client can be used together. The first is a sample banking application called the Lightwave Acme Card Manager. This demo includes a dummy Acme payment application here called the Lightwave Acme Card Manager, running as a pathway server. Lightwave Server provides REST-based access to the Acme server, and the demo client presents the payment information on a variety of screens. Transactions can be initiated, and transaction logs can be viewed from those screens. The Acme payment application can also be configured to send alerts based on certain triggers. If an alert is to be sent, the Acme pathway server sends that alert to Lightwave Client, which accesses the Amazon Simple Notification service, which we covered earlier, to send the alert text. Once again, all code required to build this demo is provided, as you can see here, including the browser-based client application, the NonStop Acme pathway server, and the configurations for both Lightwave client and Lightwave server. The final demo is put together to illustrate how a Lightwave user might take advantage of the Lightwave message logging feature. Message logging can be used where any data from the Lightwave service data stream needs to be captured. This might include the actual inter-process message sent between Lightwave and the NonStop application, or HTTP-specific protocol information, user data, and just about anything else that needs to be captured. The message logging feature is covered in the Lightwave product documentation, which you can see at these links here. The demo package implements message logging for both Lightwave server and Lightwave client and acts as a reference for customers wishing to use message logging. So that's the full list of Lightwave demos available in our GitHub repository. Hopefully it's given you an idea of just how much is possible with the Lightwave products and REST APIs. If you have any questions or would like to see a different demo, please do get in touch with us via our friends at TIC Software. Thanks very much for your time.